What's up everyone, I'm Demon Cringe, and ladies and gentlemen, it is almost that time of year again. Yes everyone, I'm talking about the Game Awards. Oh boy, I honestly gotta say, the Game Awards a bit of a mixed bag, to be totally honest. They've kind of been declining in quality in recent years and all that, but there have been some really good games, that have been picked and all that, and it looks like right now over here, we already have the full list of nominations for the Game Awards 2019, which will be coming out in crap, I forgot the date, on December 12th. Oh yes. So this article comes from GameSpot.com, and I'm gonna be reading a little bit of it, and then going over the nominations themselves, and as well sharing my opinions on some of them. So yeah, with that being said, let's get on with this, shall we? So it says we're about a month away from the Game Awards December 12th livestream, where Kojima Productions' Death Stranding is up against Obsidian's The Outer Worlds and more for the Game of the Year. This year's nominees have been officially revealed, and the competition looks quite tough. Show host Jeff Keighley announced the 5th Annual Game Awards nominees in a rapid-fire YouTube video where he confirmed once again that the livestream will feature surprise new game announcements, world premieres, and special video game-inspired musical performances. Oh boy, I am so excited for that. Oh my god. I think we can all remember that really terrible DMC and Red Dead Redemption musicals. Oh my god. The Game Awards is set to go live at 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. On December 12th and 1:30 a.m. on December 13th. While this year had impressive AAA titles, the flourishing independent scene also shined with some new exceptional titles. The Game Awards is recognizing Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game for this year's Best Independent Game. That's gotta be pretty cool. Yeah, the independent scene definitely has been rising in quality in recent years. I can totally remember way back when everyone was basically trying to copy Braid and all that, making these really low quality games. You swear that they were made in Flash or whatever. But yeah, the indie scene has definitely risen up to the occasion, to be totally honest, and of course the AA market as well. The Game Awards also highlights the fighting game genre. Service titles like Apex Legends and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, the best video game performances, and esports players, and more. You can check the full list of nominations below. Yeah, I really don't think Apex Legends is going to be pretty much winning anything, because we all know what happened with Apex Legends. It was basically just a huge amount of forced marketing and basically like a spark in the pan that died as quickly as it rose to prominence. So now with that done, let's actually take a look at the nominees and all that. For the Game of the Year, we have Control by Remedy and 505 Games, Death Stranding from Kojima Productions, SIE, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Bandai, Sora and Nintendo, Resident Evil 2 Remake from Capcom, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice from Software and Activision, and of course The Outer Worlds from Obsidian and Private Division. So yeah, I still actually haven't played Control. I gotta get down to that. Sadly, I haven't played Death Stranding. I'm waiting for the PC release, and I'm staying far away from anything that discusses the game to any extent. Super Smash Bros. I know that I'm probably gonna piss some people off with this comment, but this is just my subjective opinion. I honestly really don't see the appeal of a Super Smash Bros. Because to me, the way I see it is basically just a bunch of players, smacking each other, knocking each other off of a giant flat slab, to be totally honest. But I can definitely see why a lot of people like it and all that. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I definitely played it, twice, both with the Leon and Claire side, and I gotta say, it's awesome. Definitely one of the best horror games to come out as of late, and yeah, Capcom's definitely been on a positive spin with Resident Evil ever since 7 came out, after the failures that were 5 and 6. Oh boy. And Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, I haven't played it, and I honestly really have no desire to play it, because while I haven't played Dark Souls, Sekiro just seems like it's basically made for the most hardcore of masochists out there, and I'm more than happy with just watching gameplay than actually trying to torture myself through it. The Outer Worlds, I recently just beat The Outer Worlds, and I gotta say, it is a really good game. It's definitely deserving of a Game of the Year and all that. Overall, the art style was pretty nice. The story was really good. It had a lot of comedy in there. I especially love those funny scenes where you could catch Ada and Sam like having a tender moment together and all that. The companions were actually really nice and fleshed out. I love their storylines, and of course the variety of locations was actually pretty cool. But I do have some downsides. The first one is you cannot continue playing the game after you've beaten it, so you gotta reload a save before the point of no return. The gunplay is a little bit basic, to be honest. Like, I pretty much barely ever used my my little time dilation thing, because unless you play on like a, you know, hard difficulty, pretty much everything else is like really easy, to be totally honest. And a lot of the enemies in the games are pretty much bullet sponges at the end, so there really isn't all that much left to be said there. Yeah, a lot of the enemies at the end of the game basically tend to just stand around, wait for you to shoot them. But besides that, The Outer Worlds is definitely a really good game, and I am super happy that Obsidian is back on track. And yes, everyone, I know that I've been talking a lot about The Outer Worlds, but yeah, just recently, you know, beat it and all, and I wanted to share my opinion on it. Great game, but there's definitely something that's a little bit rough around the edges in it. Now for best game direction, we have Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Shadows Die Twice, and The Outer Worlds. I think it's definitely got to be a close tie between The Outer Worlds and Death Stranding, you know, when it comes to direction. And now for best narrative, we have A Plague Tale: Innocence by Asobo and Focus Home. A pretty refreshing game, I gotta say. I really like the art style and of course the unique mechanics of the rats and all that. I honestly have been hoping for a game that's set during the like a medieval like Black Plague era and all that. I hope that we actually see a lot more games kind of like this. It was pretty awesome. Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. I think again we have a tie between Death Stranding and The Outer Worlds. Best art direction: Control, Death Stranding, Gris by Nomada Studio, and Devolver. I haven't played that one. Sayonara Wild Hearts by Simogo and Annapurna. Yeah, that's a funny name. Sekiro and The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Best score / music, we have Cadence of Hyrule by Brace Yourself Games / Nintendo, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5 by Capcom, Kingdom Hearts 3 by Square Enix, Sayonara Wild Hearts. Death Stranding has some really amazing music, as well as Devil May Cry 5, so honestly, for me, I'd have to go with Death Stranding. Best audio design, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare by Infinity Ward and Activision, Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5 by the Coalition and Xbox Game Studios. I think Gears 5 was just absolutely mind-numbingly boring, pretty much like all of them. No offense to anyone that actually likes the games, but yeah, like the whole franchise is pretty much just chest-high cover walls made by a washed-up dude bro of a game developer. Resident Evil 2 and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Honestly, I don't know what to pick for this one. Best performance, we have Ashley Birch as Parvati Holcomb, The Outer Worlds, Courtney Hop as Just Faden from Control, Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz from Gears 5, Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff as from Death Stranding, Matthew Peretta as Dr. Casper Darling from Control, Norman Reedus and Sam Porter Bridges, Death Stranding. For this one, I definitely think it's going to be a tie between Mikkelsen and Reedus right here. Games for Impact, we have Concrete Genie, Pixelopus, SIE, Gris, Kind Worlds, Pop Cannibal, that's a weird name, Life is Strange 2 by Donut and Square Enix. I thought Life is Strange 2 was just ugh. And Sea of Solitude by Joe May Games and EA. And I really don't know about this one as well. For best ongoing game, we have Apex Legends, Complete Trash by Respawn, Destiny 2 Garbage by Bungie, Final Fantasy XIV by Square Enix, Fortnite Epic Games Complete Trash, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege by Ubisoft Montreal / Ubisoft. I think that we can all agree that Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege needs to win this, because it had a really terrible launch, but it has only been getting like even better and better as time went on. It's basically the game that Counter-Strike wishes it was, but I think that we all know that Fortnite is actually going to get this, and this is why I said that the Game Awards have been like really going down in quality, because you know, they've basically been giving awards to games that really shouldn't be getting any awards, but they do because they just want to pander to the lowest common denominator. So I am definitely predicting that Fortnite is going to be winning this award, sadly, even though Siege is much more deserving. For Best Independent Game, we have Baba Is You by Hempuli, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, Untitled Goose Game by House and Panic. And for Best Mobile Game, we have a Call of Duty Mobile by TiMi Studios / Activision, Grindstone by Capybara Games, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky is Children of Light, and What the Golf by Tribland. Bruh, a golf game for best mobile game. Come the hell on. I think Call of Duty Mobile is gonna be winning this one, honestly. For best community support, we have Apex Legends, absolutely not. Destiny 2, no. Final Fantasy 14, nah. Fortnite, sadly, I think that's gonna win as well. And finally, Rainbow Six Siege. Siege is the game that definitely deserves this award again. But I do think they're gonna give it just to Fortnite just because it's the hot thing right now, sadly. For best VR/AR game, we have Asgard's Wrath by Sanzaru Games / Oculus Studios, Blood and Truth by SIE London, SIE, Beat Saber by Beat Games, No Man's Sky, Hello Games. Really, No Man's Sky got a VR mode, huh? And Trover Saves the Universe from Squanch Games. I honestly haven't been playing anything VR or AR related because it definitely has a lot of potential, but VR has sadly been turned into a huge goddamn cash grab gimmick. Honestly, I'm just gonna give it to No Man's Sky because that's the only game that I actually played out of these. For best action game, we have Apex Legends, Astral Chain by Platinum Games and Nintendo, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. And Metro Exodus is really great. I really don't know which one I would give this award to. Call of Duty, Devil May Cry 5, and Metro Exodus are all pretty nice. So yeah. Best action game, we got Borderlands 3 by Gearbox and 2K, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. To me, there's definitely a tie between Borderlands 3 and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for action. Best RPG, we have Disco Elysium, Final Fantasy XIV, Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, The Outer Worlds. Again, I gotta give this one to Outer Worlds. Best fighting game, Dead or Alive 6 by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo, Jump Force, Spike Chunsoft / Bandai Namco, Mortal Kombat 11 by NetherRealm, WB Games, Warner Brothers Entertainment or something, Samurai Showdown, SNK by Athlon, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think Smash is definitely gonna get the win for this one. Best family game, Luigi's Mansion 3 by Next Level Games and Nintendo, Ring Fit Adventure by Nintendo, EPD and Nintendo, Super Mario Maker 2, Nintendo, Super Mario Maker, oh my god, all of these are just Nintendo titles, oh boy. Best strategy games, I honestly haven't played any besides Tropico 6, Age of Wonders Planetfall, Triumph Studios Paradox, Anno 1800, Blue Byte Ubisoft, Fire Emblem Tree Houses, Intelligent Studios, Tecmo, Nintendo, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Creative Assembly, Sega, Tropico 6 by Olympic Entertainment and Calypso Media, and Wargroove by Chucklefish. Honestly, I haven't played any of these besides Tropico 6, so I can't really say which one deserves it the most. Best multiplayer game, Apex Legends, absolutely not. Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, why is that even on there? Tom Clancy's Division 2, that is absolutely laughable that game even got one nomination in anything. Disgusting. Fresh Indie Game, now that's a funny nomination. Zaum for Disco Elysium, Nomada Studios for Gris, Dead Toast Entertainment for My Friend Pedro. That's a pretty cool game, definitely recommend that one. Mobius Digital for Outer Wilds, Megacrit for Slay the Spire, House for Untitled Goose Game, and below that we have things like Best Content Creator and of course a lot of esports garbage. I really don't give a crap about that and neither should you. So yeah, those are all of the nominations and those are my picks for the rewards. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. In like a month we're gonna be taking a look at another Video Games Awards live stream. I really don't know what the hell's gonna happen, and will there be like more cringy fails this year like there were like last year with that horrible like Red Dead Redemption and Devil May Cry like musical numbers Jesus H Christ. Those were pretty funny. But yeah, we shall see the hilarity that'll later ensue. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the bell icon, and if you wish to support me, follow my page, link is in the description below. And as always, I'm Dean Crunch. I'll be seeing you guys and gals in the next video.